Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album by Knocked Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. So this album comes out on my birthday, which is today, as of uploading this, but as of recording it is tomorrow it comes out, but I've used a VPN that I accidentally bought from NordVPN for 12 months, which was, I don't know how I accidentally did that, but I did it, and but at least it gives me the chance to listen to the album early, because I'm not going to be able to edit it tomorrow or at least record it and get the time to listen to the album tomorrow. So it's all done today, and I've been looking forward to this album a huge amount. Probably one of my most anticipated records of the year. I've actually even been thinking this could be the album of the year, but we'll have to see what else comes out, because we're approaching almost the halfway mark, and let's see how good this record is. So spoiler alert, it is a really strong album. Probably my favourite from Knocked Loose. I do like a lot of the stuff the band's done, but in my opinion, this probably has the most amount of songs I just absolutely dig with. A Different Shade of Blue is a great album, but I really resonate with the ideas and just how tight the instrumentation could be on this record. The three singles we had was what really pulled my interest in more and more. Blinding Faith, fantastic lead single. This one is insane. I just love this one. Instrumentally, just even vocally, everything is pieced nicely. Production and mixing is fantastic throughout this whole record, and it's definitely prominent. Even from the singles, I was really hyped because of just how well all three singles are. Don't Reach For Me, probably my favourite song on the album. This one is insane. I love the chorus on this. I just love how heavy, just love every single bit of detail when it comes to the tracks, whether it's the drumming, whether it's just the slow pauses, whether it's the little drum taps, I don't know what you call it, towards like later half of the song, just the sudden just cuts to some intense breakdown riffs. It's so good. It is so good. Suffocate featuring Poppy. This one was probably my most concerning track, but it actually turned out to be one of my more liked ones. I think Poppy works well with Brian Harris's vocals. I think the two play off each other really nicely. Much better than Poppy's appearance in the Violence Against Nature track by Bad Omens. I much rather dig Suffocate. But yeah, these singles are fantastic. But let's dig into the real meat, the deeper cuts on this record. First, this is one of my favourite songs on the album. I just love how this one starts. It just carries the weight of the album straight away, just at an insane rate. Just one of the best tracks in my opinion. Some of the other tracks that really stood out to me being top ones to me: Slaughterhouse 2. It's not as good as Slaughterhouse 1, which was on the Motionless In White 2022 record, Score in the End of the World, which was actually my album of the year for 2022. It's a really fun album. I just love all the guest artists. I think Motionless In White, in my opinion, have just been getting better with time. I really enjoy the new era of the band. And Knocked Loose, or at least Brian Harris from Knocked Loose, featured on Slaughterhouse 1. I really liked it. Slaughterhouse 2, it doesn't quite deliver the hype that I wish it did, because to me the problem is just a bunch of this song just kind of feels similar to other tracks. That's one thing I wanted to mention with this record as a whole, is while I enjoy the instrumentation, I really enjoy the vocals, I just enjoy how much this album just makes me just gives me that stank face. It's just insane. Slaughterhouse 2, it does that, but I just feel the first one is more unique, and I felt that album, Score in the End of the World, just has a more interesting, unique direction it goes for, even if some of the songs blatantly do sound like Pretty Kim Benjamin songs. But here, to me, I don't think Slaughterhouse 2 stood out as much. Matter of fact, if it was just another Knocked Loose song, it would have been kind of a problem. So having Chris Motionless definitely gives it that push, and I generally think they play off each other really nicely again here. But I kind of wish there was a bit more of Chris on this as well. Like, he's definitely got a good amount of part, but I just kind of wish there was more of his sort of, I don't know, his sort of style mixed in, because it's To me, I felt like Slaughterhouse had a mixture of Knocked Loose and Motionless In White. This one just kind of feels more like Knocked Loose featuring Chris Motionless, which is good, but in my opinion, Slaughterhouse 2, like a lot of sequels, it doesn't quite deliver to the original. But it is still a really good song. The Calm That Keeps You Awake, though, probably the best on single. This one has an intense breakdown. Just every second was just absolutely chaos, and I really dig it. Tracks like Moss Covers All, quite a short track, but this one kind of leads into Take Me Home. The two songs are very much connected, and I like that about it. It gives it quite a unique approach. Some fast-paced songs like Moss Covers All, to then just going into standard fun Knocked Loose track. This album is great. There's a lot of good songs. I don't think it's anything bad, actually. Everything is great. I just think the structuring kind of weighs down some of the songs to its true potential, but I think for what the album gives is a very fun direction it goes for. Some of the instrumentation does feel a little bit repetitive at times, but I don't really think it's enough to definitely tarnish a song. It just kind of stood out to me sometimes, like, there's that drum, there's that guitar bit again. I do think Knocked Loose are definitely trying for something that appeals to their fans, as well as playing it a little bit safe in terms of the sound they got, but trust me, they're still kicking ass. It might not be the heaviest album, but it could be. I honestly can't tell off the time. Different Shade of Blue, I really enjoyed that one, but I guess this one feels a bit heavier to me. I don't think heaviness necessarily takes away from if the album's good or not, but I enjoy how bloody heavy this one is. I just enjoy how fun the songs can be. Even despite the structuring and some of the instrumentation might feeling a little bit repetitive at times, this definitely is probably the strongest album I've reviewed this year. No joke, I've really enjoyed the Defocus album, There's a Place for Me on Earth. I've really enjoyed the brand new one by Boundaries, but I'm going to have to give this the album of the year at the moment. I mean, this is my favourite album of the year. If this actually manages to remain my favourite of the year, I will be really happy to have both Slaughterhouses on my album of the year list, because I've been doing it since 2017, giving stuff to album of the year. But yeah, this definitely has the potential. I think if it just wasn't for the bits I picked up on, this would have been a 5 out of 5, my very first one. But while Knocked Loose didn't quite deliver the perfect experience, it's very close, and it is a very good record. I definitely recommend this one. A 4.5 out of 5 for me. It's great. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.